We have way too many toys in our home, and I'm sure most of you feel the same way. Especially American homes, we just gather and collect and keep so many items for our kids. It starts out when they're babies. We are pushed all sorts of products through marketing and society and friends and family. We are told that we need this product, we need this toy, we need this sleeping thing, whatever it may be. We're just told more, and really push this consumerism. Not to mention Christmases, birthdays, Easter, all sorts of things where our kids are just gifted and given so many toys, so many little things. And it really is a blessing. It's so kind of people to want to give to my kids. But at the same time, my house has just become overwhelmed by toys, and I need to go through and declutter. But why is it so hard? This video was honestly supposed to be a toy declutter, a huge toy declutter, or something like that. And I have done one of those in the past where I did actually get rid of a good amount of toys. So I felt really encouraged and motivated to do this again. And yet I could only come up with a couple boxes full of things and didn't even really get rid of very many toys at all. Now I'm just gathering up all the toys I have in the playroom right now in the current rotation. I do implement a toy rotation for my two toddlers. I have a 3 and 2-year-old, and I'm really trying to just figure out what makes sense for them at this point. I feel like as kids get older, they can probably have access to more toys, more things, more little pieces, whatever it may be. At the same time, I don't want to be having to pick that up for them, and I still notice that they do well when things are clean and tidy and minimal options are given to them. So I'll probably continue to implement this toy rotation, but I just really was not able to do the toy declutter I was anticipating, and wanted to kind of still put this video out there, see if any of you moms have advice for me, and also just share my struggle. The struggle is real. It's hard to maintain toys. It's hard to keep up with all of these things that we have, all these things we've been given. I feel like guilt or nostalgia or all sorts of different feelings around toys, and that makes it so much harder to minimize than other areas in my home. I finally got through some of those feelings when it comes to my wardrobe and clothing, and I've been a little bit better about not bringing as much into my home and not purchasing as much. But when it comes to toys, we just had 2 birthdays, and before that it was Christmas. So we've been hit with a lot of toys, both from us, my husband and I, and from our friends and family. Really thought that these were going to be a good like open-ended toy. They're like the wooden like rainbow one, which is so cute if I just have it sitting up there, but they don't do any of the things I saw people on YouTube saying their kids did, like make little forts out of it or something for their people. Like, are they going to do that when they're older, or was it supposed to happen now? Because it's not happening. One reason I've wanted to declutter my toys is because it takes so long to do a toy rotation right now. I have so many options to choose from. I have a lot of pieces and parts to organize and put away. So a lot of time I just end up putting it down in the basement and then maybe putting away half of it, or maybe not even putting away any of it fully, and that just makes this storage closet so cluttered, which I'm going to show you what it looks like before and after. But like I said, was really not able to get rid of a lot, and I need to figure out, I don't want to just be maintaining toys and constantly having to organize them. I really want to bring in minimalism. I've used it in my kitchen, in my wardrobe, in other areas of our home, and I love it. I've had a great time decluttering, getting rid of things, donating things, and yet when it comes to toys, I'm still having a really hard time. And I think it's because I just don't know what my kids are going to enjoy in the future. I don't know about future babies, and so maybe holding on to some of the things that are maybe a little too young for my kids now, because I did go and get rid of all of our baby things, like our baby clothes and bigger items and toys and whatever it may be, because I thought I was absolutely done after 2 under 2. With them being 13 months apart, that was a roller coaster ride, and I said no more kids. And now I've taken that back, and so we might have kids in the future, and I might need to hold on to these things. But do I really need to? I don't know. I'm just trying to process these things out loud and figure it out myself. I really don't know what the answer is. I don't know if, since I have this storage space, it's okay to keep this amount of things, or if I need to get rid of more, because it honestly does just stress me out and overwhelm me, and I don't want to feel that way. One thing I do enjoy about this space and my toy organization are these clear bins that I have. So those are really good for separating out the little toys that I have, like instruments, animals, all sorts of little things. And I do really recommend having something like that so that you can easily see things. But at the same time, I just have so much all around them that I don't know. I typically, for my toy rotations, put out like 7 or 8 different toys, and within that grouping, there might be several pieces that go together, and I count that as one because I have the different cubicles to put them in. But I don't know, I just have way too many toys. I think I need to maybe start over by like counting all of them and then really being harsher with myself. But at the same time, I'm like, well, why should I get rid of these things if they will play with them and they do enjoy when I do a new toy rotation? But at the same time, I am the homemaker. I am the one who maintains the home, the cleanliness level. Like if things are tidy, I'm the one who cleans up after them. I'm the one who bears the stress and weight of having the clutter. So I just have to prioritize for myself what is going to be the most healthy, I guess. And I also have to figure out a new way, I feel like, to display the toys in the playroom. What I've thought about as they're getting older is purchasing another unit like I have of the shelving cubes from IKEA, and then I guess they have inserts that are like drawers or cabinets, and maybe having another one of those in the playroom so they have access to more items. But the problem is I kind of want to like test that out, and then if it doesn't work, I'm going to take it back. But I can't, like, I'd have to purchase it, and I'm not going to return that unit after I purchase it. So then where am I going to use that? I don't want to be like wasteful. So I'm just trying to figure out all of these things. Same with even like books. I have so many books for them, which is amazing. And I love that they love books and they read books, but having to rotate out their books every time, it's a lot to have to rotate all of these different things and maintain all of these different things. I don't know how helpful or motivating this video is. I wish that I could give you a bunch of motivation and tips and ideas for decluttering your toys and trying to minimize your toy collection. But I myself am having a really hard time, and instead of just scrapping this video, I really did want to share that it is hard and there are different seasons for different things. So right now we have a lot of toys, and that's an area that I feel we have too many things. But at the same time, I've been able to maintain and control the amount of things in my wardrobe and items in our kitchen. So there is some give and take, and it's okay to not be perfect. It's okay to not be minimal, and it's okay to have a lot of toys. So I hope that that is encouraging for you. If you've been struggling with maintaining toys in your home, try to minimize it as much as you can. But with things that you're having a hard time letting go of for whatever reason, maybe just take a step back and you can always come back to it another day, or you can come back to it next month when things feel maybe a little bit easier, or as you notice certain toys that your kids aren't playing with, then maybe pull them out. One thing that I do find really helpful when I'm decluttering is a tip I heard from the Minimalist Mom here on YouTube, and she brings around a box that is a time will tell option. So rather than just straight to the donation pile, you can have a box that you label time will tell. You keep it around for a couple months. If you forget about it, and in this case with toys, your kids forget about it, and no one brings up these toys or thinks about them, then after a couple months, it's probably safe to get rid of those things, and you definitely don't need them. So hopefully that could also be helpful for you. But my kids really do enjoy toy rotations. They enjoy having a lot of different toy options, and I've found that it can help me in this season of life. So I'm going to continue to implement that in some way, shape, or form. If you have any advice for me, please do leave a comment. But here is a little look at the things I am getting rid of. I have a couple boxes going, Easter eggs in there, random little toys that we just don't play with as much and don't need anymore. And out in the garage, I have a couple items as well, and these things will be donated that we just don't need anymore. So hopefully this video has encouraged you in some way. I really want to be there for other moms with young kids. It is an interesting, challenging, amazing season of life, and I would love for you to subscribe and stick around for future videos like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.